Hi friends, today I'm going to show you, this will be my first lesson on how to load your quilt in a long arm machine. So I have the Simply 16 here, which has a throat space of 16 inches, and the quilt top and the quilt back will be pinned on the rollers, which is what I'm going to demonstrate now. So the first step is, of course, to measure your top and your back. This is a quilt top I have here, which I'm going to quilt, and the back. So the first thing is to take the measurement of it. This is the most important step because once it's on the roller, you will not know which size you are actually quilting. So fold it on the width into half, and I will pin, and this we do for all the four sides. So I have pinned that. Getting a good view of the short side and the center of the long side. So there are several people do it differently depending on what is convenient for them or how they are being taught. I'm a long arm quilter for nearly 13 years now, and I find this very convenient for me because I'm allocating approximately 25 to 30 minutes to load a quilt. So I have pinned all the four sides of the top sheet, and we need to measure what my size is because your top is smaller than your backing and your batting. So this measurement is very important. This looks like a square quilt. Nonetheless, I'm going to measure it. So we work in inches, so I'm going to measure it in inches. Yeah, it's a square, so it's a 57 by a 57. So top and your back has to be a minimum of 3 inches bigger because we are going to use the side clasps to hold the back, so it has to be bigger than your top. So a good measurement is about approximately 3 inches on each side. 63 by 87. So again, I'm going to center my back. So the long side, so the width, which is 63 inches, is going to be the right side down, facing down, is going to go first on the leads. So this takes 2 sides pinned. The bottom and the top side will be pinned on the lead machines. So basically you have 3 rollers which have got a specific functionality in the long arm machine. This is where your top is going to be loaded, and your back is going to be loaded on 2 sides. One is the front lead and one is the pickup lead. So this is called the backing and the pickup lead, where the back of the quilt is going to be pinned, and this one, the top front one, is called the top lead, which will be to which the top of the quilt will be pinned. So I'm going to go ahead and do just that. Moving in a very specific manner, like you go tooth to tooth. So when I want to release it, I lift it, I lock it there, and I release a little bit of the fabric from the lead. And I'm going to lock this again. So what is very important here is the backing has to come from under the top lead. We cannot take it like that because then we won't have the view of the top. How are we going to load it if it comes on top? So it has to be under the lead. So this is a very important part to remember. So the leads are marked with the center line, and we match the center of the pin to the center line. So that's how I have got my extra. So there is a center marked. If I can have my friend focus on the center, there is a center marked here, which is the center of the pole, which is 8 feet in this case. So that's the center, and that's my center in the backing of the backing. I'm going to match both of these, and I'm going to start pinning approximately a 1/4 inch from the edge, and I'm not going to be too far away. So this is a 1/4 inch from the edge to the, so that's how I'm pinning. So, and I go all the way to one side, keeping a little bit of distance so that I can fill it when I'm returning back. So this is the way I do it, a 1/4 inch, and I just leave a little bit so that one more pin can come there, and I hold it nice and tight, not tight exactly, taut, so that the fabric is not very stretched and I get a good hold on the fabric. I will do a quick recap of what I did. So first is to measure both your back and your top. Take the centers by folding it and pinning it. And then we start our loading with the back. So with the right side down, the right side is down. We have to pin it to the first lead here, which is the backing lead and the pickup lead. So the backing will be pinned on two sides, the back and the pickup. And I have taken it a 1/4 inch from there, and I will start rolling because it's a very long back, it's about 80 inches. So I'm going to start rolling so that it gets inside. And the top roller should be visible. The back should come underneath it. It cannot come over it. So let's start rolling it. And as we roll, we need to smoothen the frill. There won't be any frills, but whatever is there, just because it is loose, you can go on, just keep it nice and even. I'm going to take you to the back of the machine, and I'm going to show you that there is this much of fabric on the back. Now this side needs to be pinned up on the pickup lead. So I'm going to now loosen that, and you see there is one more, if you can see, there is one more pole here So this has to be exposed. So I need to take the backing from under and pin it to this lead here. So there are two poles which has to be exposed. One is this one and one is that one. So I'm going to loosen this. So release the gear and then you loosen the lead, which will sort of come there, and then you can lock it. And I have my center here and I have the center here. Both of them will go together, and I'm going to start pinning. So I have finished the loading. I can see my take-up lever. My backing is under it, and this is my top pole, and I'm going to put my top on this roller. So right sides facing up because that's the top, and the whole top is going to flow over the bed, because we want to pin the bottom part of the top sheet. So I have to let the entire top go down because it will be rolled up. So you loosen this, so release the gear and loosen this. Use some more fabric to come out. And then take your center, match the centers. So that's my center. And we continue to pin. I'm just keeping it nice and straight, and I'm going to start rolling it. So just the way we did for the back, we need to smoothen it as it rolls. All these things are very useful because our quilt is not basted, we are just pinning it. So the more we are paying attention to how your fabric is on the rollers, the better is your squaring of the quilt. So you get a very square quilt at the end, which is what we all are striving for. So don't ignore these small useful things so that you don't feel sorry about the end result. Initially you may spend more time, but then at the end you get a good. So this has to be nice and flat, and as you roll, it has to be nice and coming nice and square, so I know my top is not at all stretched or anything, and it is going very square in the roller. So now when I finish this, the entire top is rolled. And then in the machine we have a facility to lift this roller pole, you can dig it up and you can hoist it on the top. This is a extra additional fitting which we have, so that you have enough of space to insert your batting. You can insert your batting, which will be cut to the size of the backing. This is for demonstration purposes. So you will cut your backing and batting to the same size, and then you will lay it down, and then you can bring this down and you can start